Hello and welcome everybody. I'm going to talk about the road ahead that EA Sports kind of introduced back in early April. And now you're thinking, okay, why am I bringing this up now? Why didn't I make this video at the beginning of April? Because May's just around the corner, and as you know, the Han Solo movie is coming out, which means EA Sports Capital Games will introduce marquee events that's going to add, I believe, Bosk as a unique character to the game. And as you know, as I'll quickly just talk about, they're going to do a rework of bounty hunters. So with this particular post, they kind of go into some communications, but I really want to highlight, we see this image of, it could be arguably the most fierce bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe, in Bosk. And what I really want to point out is down here where it's talking about the Han Solo movie and the bounty hunters. They're gonna actually introduce a new mechanic called contracts, and they haven't really released too much information about this, so it'll be interesting to see how exactly this works. And I know they're reworking all the bounty hunters in the game, so we'll see if the bounty hunters minus Boba Fett, which he's amazing right now, we'll see if the other bounty hunters will be improved and we could actually maybe seriously take them into at least consideration for arena. So it'll be interesting to see when they complete all these reworks and exactly how good the bounty hunters as a whole will be. And right now, this kind of just goes into some basic information that they're thinking about doing. Nothing specific. I mean, we don't know if the reworks are going to be good or not, but if you look at the bounty hunters in the state of the game right now, they're rather poor, so I can't see them getting worse. So they are, in my opinion, going to be a little bit better than they are currently. And then also, this image is also rather interesting. I think we're going to get another Han Solo character and another Chewbacca character. They're, one of the main characters in the movie, and I believe they're going to release another version of both of these. So that'll be kind of interesting to see kind of their abilities and how good these two will be. I'm going to highly doubt the new Han Solo character is going to be better than Raid Han right now within the game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, but I guess you never know. And I think these are also going to be marquee characters that they're going to introduce in the game, because honestly, when they introduce marquee characters, that's a great stream of revenue for Capital Games, EA Sports, and that's kind of like the path they go on. But if you really don't want to spend the money, which I know a lot of players don't worry. In 3 months, you're going to be able to buy these shards and shipments, and then if you wait another 3 months after that, they're probably going to have nodes that you can actually farm these shards. So if you just want to be a little patient and wait, you probably can get these characters down the road as a free-to-play player. So that's kind of my quick thoughts right now. I'm going to kind of go into two particular characters that I think we might see a legendary event, because I know they're working on one. Because if you think about it, the last legendary event they released was Jedi Ray, and she was, I believe, I want to say like August or September. I wasn't playing the game at that point, so I could be a little bit off with the time frame, but I really believe they're working on another legendary event. And since they just finished the reworks of bounty hunters, I'm led to believe that it will be a bounty hunter, and there's two choices that I think they're going to go with. And I'm going to kind of discuss option A and option B in a few moments here and see what you think. So let's go ahead and kind of go over the first legendary character that they might introduce in the game. Okay, so the very first character that we could have a legendary event for is Bosk. Now you're probably saying, wow, that's not a surprise. You know, we saw the picture in the update from Capital Games. So that wouldn't be a surprise. I mean, there's going to be two roads they're going to go down. They're going to either make this a marquee event, or they're going to make it a legendary event, which you're going to require to have 7-star bounty hunters to get, you know, probably gear 9 to complete this event. And hopefully, if this is a legendary event, this will be a really good character. Now, I personally think it's going to be a marquee event, because my second choice is what I really want to see, and I really think it might be the legendary event. But let's just hold off a few minutes before we go into that. But this character I think will be very good. I'll be interested to see his abilities, the synergy he has with the bounty hunters. Hopefully he'll have a leadership ability that will be very good. So I'm really excited to see this guy, you know, implemented in the game, and we're just going to see how good he can be. So the next character I'm going to reveal is my number one. This is what I want to see as a legendary event. I don't want a marquee character for this second guy. I want to see a legendary event, and I think he can be amazing if they built this character right. All right, the character that I really want to see in this game as a legendary is Jango Fett. I think it's long overdue. I'm really surprised they didn't include him already, especially when they kind of put together kind of all the clones. You know, we had Rex, you know, Clone Trooper, stuff like that, and he wasn't implemented in the game at that point, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, just because he was the original clone. I mean, he was the very original from the Star Wars lore that we found out. And I think if they have him as a legendary character in this game, it will just be amazing. And it should be very hard to obtain. And I think he would be built in a way where it's gonna set the bounty hunters over the top in this game. It's time to kind of revamp the meta a little bit, have bounty hunters be very good. Emperor Palpatine was a nice addition to the new meta because it was dominated by rebels for many years. So Palpatine's good, but I really would love to see bounty hunters viable, not only in Arena, but other parts of the game as well. And I think if he's built correctly, he'd be very good, and he should definitely have a lot of synergy with Boba Fett if they're within the same team. Okay, those are my quick thoughts about, you know, some of the legendary characters I would really like to see in the game. Please like and subscribe to this video, and I'll have more to come. Thank you.